With that, please join me in welcoming my great friend and friend of heritage, Senator John McCain.
Thank you very much, Senator Rahim Rashidi with Kurdistan TV. What is your opinion of Kurdish Peshmerga role in fight against ISIS? Do you think the Peshmerga should be armed directly by US and ally? Thank you.
The situation there has become more and more complicated and complex as American leadership has failed. When you look at the situation in Syria as short a time ago as 5 years ago, it was basically an uprising of young people who were sick of Bashar Assad. Then the seminal moment was when Bashar Assad used chemical weapons. The President of the United States said that they'd crossed the red line, and then the President of the United States did nothing. That destroyed American credibility in the region and perhaps in the world. We now, by the way, have recent reports just in the last few days of the use of poison gas by, guess who, Bashar Assad. It was the President of the United States in 2011 that said, it's not a matter of when Bashar Assad, whether Bashar Assad goes, it's a matter of when. Does anybody in this room believe that Bashar Assad is going anytime soon? Of course not. So now we see these centuries-old rivalries, and the largest ethnic group on earth that's without a nation to call its own, the Kurds, now being very active. They're the best soldiers in the region. I say that with great respect to anybody else. They're the best trained and best equipped. And they are viewed by Erdogan, who is now using the coup as a way to assume a dictatorship, as a greater threat, or as great a threat as ISIS. And so he is attacking the Syrian Kurds as well as ISIS. And some of the people that he is attacking are people that we trained and equipped, who want to know why in the hell we're letting that happen. And meanwhile, the Russians are now, for the first time since they were thrown out of Egypt by Anwar Sadat, are now playing a major role. And they are bombing the people we trained and equipped. It's getting hard to recruit people when you don't protect them once you train and equip them. But the Kurds have this age-old ambition for their own state. And the relationship between Baghdad and Erbil has become frayed, particularly as the Iranian influence and Shiite influence has dramatically increased. And right now it's my understanding that the weapons that we are supplying to the Kurds that go through Baghdad are not being impeded. So that's not the problem that I have. The problem that I have is the treatment of the Kurds by both Erdogan and Bashar Assad, because both of them view the Kurds as an enemy. Finally, all I can say is that they're very resilient people, they are great fighters, but they are losing confidence in us when we stand by and watch them being attacked. Meanwhile, our Secretary of State goes for the umpteenth time to Moscow to chat with his buddy Lavrov and come out saying, yes, we've got just where we're right. Oh, don't worry, we're going to reach an agreement. My friends, and finally I'll summarize. There's always seminal events that crystallize what's happening in the world. And the refugee situation was crystallized with the body of the little boy that was washed up on the beach. The picture of the little boy sitting in a chair, covered with dirt and blood, it was on the front page of every newspaper in the world, crystallizes the American failure to lead. And now we have 400,000 killed. We have millions who are refugees. According to General Breedlove, who is the head of our NATO forces in Europe, said that Putin is using refugees to dismember the European Union. And, of course, we're now seeing the political backlash in these European countries, to wit, the latest election in Germany. My friends, the next President of the United States is going to have a very, very serious and complicated situation that he's inherited. And to sum it all up, it comes from leading from behind. When America leads from behind, somebody else leads from in front.
Take one more?
Sure, I'll take a couple more.
Okay, a couple more. Yeah.
I'll try to make my answer short. Sure.